I look crazy, but it is what it is. Yeah, you're so pretty. But baby, I will never grow. Oh, what a night. I keep on seeing angel numbers. Wonder what that means. What's today, a Friday? Child, I don't remember the days nowadays. Wow. Everybody's going out tonight, and I am inside. I am inside for sure. I'm not going nowhere. I'm just honestly undoing these boxes. I ordered so much stuff. I wonder if I should do a story time. Should I do a story time? A little mini story time? I don't know how to read Spanish. I'll do a story time if I get enough people on here. I just gotta figure out what story I'm gonna tell y'all. What story I'm gonna tell y'all? It has to be kind of good. I have no idea. Let me think of something. What story time I'm gonna tell you guys? Uninvited. You weren't special till I made you so. You better like you know. I've been no worse than you. What story time should I tell you guys? Let me think. Should I do a story time on the worst date ever? Can you check my song, please? What's the name of your song? I never listen alone. That one original. Wish we never did it. I'm gonna do a story time. Let me think. Because I know people are gonna watch this live a little later, so I could just. I do really good story times too. China, China. I'm trying to think of a good one. I'm gonna look. Child, I be seeing shit. Is that a bug? Child, Houston got so many bugs, but the only thing about it is, luckily the bugs I be seeing in my place be really small. I don't be seeing like hella big bugs and shit. That's why I be cleaning up every night. Every night I clean up. I sweep. I clean the kitchen because, baby, I don't got time for it. Okay, let me see what story I'm gonna tell you guys. Hold on. Can you focus on me? I'm doing good. I think I'm gonna do a story time how me and my friend stopped being friends because of something hella stupid. This isn't really like a long story time, but it's just something to talk about because I don't know what to talk about, you guys. It's a Friday night. I'm definitely not going out. I was actually supposed to be going on a date. But you know how that be. Dudes be something else. And dudes are really not a part of give 2 fucks. So, let me start this story time. Let me turn on the music. So what are we gonna call? Okay, so I was friends with this girl. We're gonna call her. We're gonna call her. We're gonna call her Lacey. So I was friends with this girl called Lacey, right? This happened like 5 years ago, almost 5 years ago. This is when it was my last year of college, and for the people who don't know, I'm a fashion designer. So I got my degree in apparel design and develop in science, because even though I was in a fashion design program, it was very like technical. So like I was doing computer work and all that type of stuff. So I had a best friend named Lacey, and pretty much how I met her was I was in college and I was doing prerequisite classes. And oh yeah. I'm gonna tell this story. How deep should I get into this story? Okay. So yeah. So I was in college and I was taking prerequisite classes to get into the fashion design program I was telling you about that I graduated from, and I got my degree. So boom. I was in I think we were in English class. And like she was friends with this other girl that was in the same class as us. And surprisingly, this other girl, she still watches my stories and shit. And I just think it's really I don't want to say I think it's really weird, but I just think like people that you grew up with that stay watching your stories or your social media, like, and they never stopped, but they're not like really friends with you. So it's like, so are you just a monitoring spirit? Like, are you just nosy, or do you like want to be friends? Because it's just like you never speak to me, you never talk to me, but you're always watching my stuff. I have people like that. I have some people from college. I have some people from work. And that's it. I want to say family members, but I feel like family members, that's what they do. They just gonna watch what you do. So anyways, boom. We had English class together. So I never really talked to her or her friend until one day we were leaving class and we just started talking. I don't even know how the conversation happened. But we started talking, and come to find out, she was dating my ex's friend. And the time I was dating my ex and her boyfriend at the time, they would talk about her. But she had like a very like stank attitude. So that's just how she is. So it's a whole thing. Let me explain this. So I had an ex, right? And I had a best friend. My best friend was dating this guy, and I was dating this guy. Me and my best friend were best friends, and we were dating best friends. So the guys we were dating were best friends too. So it was like best friends, best friends. And I think I don't think my friend tried to hook me up. I don't even know how we end up. Me and my friend end up dating best friends as well. But anywho, so during the time when me and my best friend, we were both dating best friends. Like both of the guys we were dating were best friends as well. Um, Hi. Around this time, their third best friend, they weren't really best, but their third friend, he was dating someone that we didn't know, but she had like a stank attitude and she never wanted to be around us. So when they would bring her up, we would always be like, you know? So when I was taking prerequisite classes and I ran into her and we started talking, we put two and two together, and I was like, oh, you were the girl that was dating so and so. I was so and so's ex. She was like, oh, that was you. Da, 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 da. So that's how we met. We met because we went to the same college and we were all dating like friends. It was like a group of them. It was like, how many of them was there? Like 4 of them. And my best friend was dating this dude. I was dating this dude, and she was dating that dude. And there was another guy, but he had his own little girlfriend or whatever. Stop saying no. I love Kendrick. No way. So anyways, we started hanging out and stuff because I thought she was really cool or whatever. We started hanging out, and I think I started taking them home. Yeah, like I was driving and stuff, and I started taking them home because I think it was on the way. It could be on the way from me getting home, so I would drop them off at home or whatever. And me and her just became really close. Like we just became really close. Like that was like one of my best friends. So we were best friends for a good like 2.5 years. And we would go to class together, and then towards like the second year, that's when I think we were friends for 3 years because she was still there. Like we were taking class together, prerequisite class. Then that's when I got into my fashion design program, and I was only in that program for 2 years, and we were still friends. And she was like there for me and everything. Like I had like a tough time my first year in that fashion design program because there was just like a lot going on. A lot going on. And she was there for me. We would party together. We would go out to eat. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was my bitch. So this was literally my last year of my fashion design program. It was a 2-year program. Honestly, it was the most hardest thing I've ever done. Like, that fashion design program in college, I created anxiety because of that program because it's so intense and so hard. Typically, everyone fails their classes. Like, you're gonna fail at least one class, or you're gonna have a lot of failing grades because it was so tedious in that program. Like, if I was to sew like a straight line and I sewed a little off that line, that's called a 30-second. And they mark you down for that. So if your work wasn't perfect, you barely had like a passing grade. I don't even know how I even got through the program. I know I failed one class, but you could move on to the next year if you failed at least one class. That's how tedious it was. So I'm on my second year or whatever. And we still really close. We still friends or whatever. But we're obviously not taking the same classes anymore. She's going, I forgot what her degree was or her major was, but she was still taking classes. I think hers was like business. I don't remember. So, so for the people who don't know, I'm just a very creative person. So I was in college, you know, doing this program, designing, and I was also still doing my music on the side. Like, I would do them like that. So music, fashion, it all goes together. Like, so I would promote my fashion design with my music. I would do music videos while wearing like my designs and all this extra stuff. So I was still doing my music. I just wasn't doing it as much because I was at school 24/7. Even Saturdays I would go into school to finish my homework and stuff. So during this time I was doing my music, and there's this thing where you can submit your music to 93.3, Cube 93.3. It's a radio station in Seattle. And someone was telling me about it. They were like, you should submit your music so your song can get played on the radio. And I was like, oh, hell yeah, I'm gonna do that. So I submitted, no. I think a producer I was working with submitted a song we did together. And like how I met him was he just kind of like reached out to me. Like, when I was doing music and stuff, people would just reach out to me for features and like, you know, stuff like that. So he had reached out to me and I did a song with him. I really liked the song. I still have the song on my phone. We didn't put it on all platforms because it was like, the beat was like a sample or something. But he was like, I'm gonna try and get this song played on the radio. So he submitted the song, and it did get played on the radio. So for you to get the song played on the radio again, you had to compete with another artist, and you guys had a vote on Twitter, you know, which song that you wanted to be played on the radio. So, I'm from Seattle. People are fucking weird, and the support there is trash. No disrespect though, but if you're not white or Asian, like, you're not gonna play your music. Like, simple. So I never really got support. Like I would get support for my music, but not the support I feel like I deserve. I feel like a lot of artists probably feel that way. That's how I felt. Like my city wasn't really fucking with me, and I really wasn't fucking with my city. I still don't really fuck with my city. Like it's not really my vibe. It's never been my vibe ever. So I wonder if that's a bug. I don't know if that's a bug or not. So boom. So yeah, you had to vote which artist song you wanted, to play on the radio. And I had a Twitter at that time, but you could only vote on Twitter. I don't know why they made it that way. I think it's pretty dumb. But you could literally only vote on Twitter. So this was around the time where I was about to graduate college, and our graduation wasn't a normal graduation. So I graduated for apparel design and develop, a fashion designer. And our graduation, our final was like you make 3 outfits and you have a fashion show. So during this time, I was like, I don't even know how I made time for music. During that time, I was running around sewing all night. I wasn't getting any breaks. I was going to school class on Monday through Friday. And as a designer, my classes aren't just an hour or two. My classes are about 3 to 6 hours because you're creating something, you're sewing something, like you're making something. Of course, you're gonna need all that time. An hour is honestly like a minute when it comes to like designing stuff. So I would be in 4 to 6 hour classes designing Monday through Friday and Saturday and Sunday. Sundays I would maybe give myself a break, but not really. I didn't have a life when I was in college. Like people say that when they major in engineering or being a doctor and stuff, but don't sleep on designers because I never ever got a break. Like because you're making something. It's not like you're studying something. You're literally making something. So I still make time for my music because that's what I love to do, and that's one of my passions. So so boom. Why did I so the song I went and played on the radio, I literally printed out because it was like me versus this artist, and it was like my picture and it says versus this picture, this artist. So I printed that out and I was going around my college telling people to vote for me. I was like, you got a Twitter, you got a Twitter, please vote for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get my song on the radio, blah 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 blah. I was going around college on my break, like on my breaks, my 3 to 6 hour classes. On my breaks, I would just walk around the lunchroom, just like trying to talk to people and, ask people if they could vote. Of course, I was asking on my social medias and stuff, but like I said, I don't really fuck with my city. My city don't really, I don't want to say my city don't really fuck with me, but my music, I really wasn't getting enough support that I feel like I should. So yeah, I was just chill. I ain't trying to get copied writing on my little live. So boom. Um and I got a good amount of like votes and stuff doing that, but I don't really like doing that. Like going in public, oh, can you this is why I need your vote, and I don't really do that. And I'm an introvert. I'm an introvert and I'm an extrovert, but the older I've gotten, the more introverted I am. The more introverted I am. Just because it's like I don't fuck with people. People are fucking weird. People are fucking weird, and it's rare that you come across genuine people. That's why when I meet genuine people, I really try to hold onto them tight because it's so Hard to find genuine people. Anyways, so I had another best friend that I'm no longer friends with. I'm actually gonna do like an actual YouTube video story time on how me and her stopped being friends, but I asked her to vote for me and she voted for me. So boom, now we finna get into it. I'm almost done with this story time. So I was like to her, so I was texting her, right? And I was like, hey, do you mind voting for me? I'm trying to get my song played on the radio. She was kind of supportive with my music, but like not really. That's one thing. Like if you're an artist, make sure your friends are very supportive on your stuff. Now I understand like the older you get, life be life, and people have kids, people are married, people have responsibilities, people are trying to pay their bills, people are struggling. But if you have friends, make sure they support you, because if they don't, fuck them. But on the other hand, it just all depends. I don't want to get too deep into that. So I asked her, I was like, hey, do you mind voting for me so I can get my song played on the radio? And I could just tell her vibe was off. Meanwhile, she be having a stank attitude, and it's not like she means to be. That's just how she is. Like she just has like a stank attitude. Like either you gonna take it the wrong way, or that's just her. So I was like, yeah, can you vote for me? And she was like, I was like, but it's on Twitter. She's like, hi. She's like, I don't got a Twitter. I was like, make one. The fuck? Like, if I had my friend come to me and she wanted me to vote for her, I would make a quick little Twitter. Okay, I can make a quick little Twitter vote for you, and then once that's over, I'll just delete my Twitter. I was like, you don't want to make a Twitter to vote for me? She was like, no. Like, that's how she is. Like, she gonna be blunt. Like, no. And I'm just thinking, girl, I've been friends with you for 2 years. All the stuff I've done for you, all the stuff you've done for me, like, I really thought you were my best friend. You can't make a Twitter to vote for me so I can get my song played on the radio. That lets me know you're not even a true friend, because you should want to support your friend. Who gives a fuck if you don't have a Twitter? Like, it's not that big of a deal. Make a Twitter, vote for me, and then you can delete your Twitter. I don't get it. So I sent her like a long paragraph just telling her how I feel. Like, you really don't even really be supporting me. Like, you don't even really be supporting my music. You don't even really barely be supporting me. And I feel like that's just fucked up that you don't want to make a Twitter. It was the dumbest thing, you guys. But I was like, I think that's fucked up. You don't want to make a Twitter to support me. Like, what? And I just feel like when you meet certain friends and certain people, I feel like, how do I word this? People bring value in your life, whatever that means for you. If you're friends with someone that you can vent to, if you're friends with someone that y'all can go out and try new food places together, if you're with someone and y'all can make money together, each person in your life and friends in your life brings value in your life. And I feel like I brought value to her life. Like, did I word that right? I think I worded that right. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Like, when we became friends, she did a lot of the shit that she didn't do. I'm a creative person. We would do photo shoots together. Like, we would go out. We would go to events. Baby, you wasn't doing that before me. Like, I'ma just keep it all the way real. You was chilling, doing you. I was doing her hair. She was trying different hairstyles and stuff because of me. And I'm like, baby, I brought value to your life. Like, I wasn't just some friend where we just talk on the phone. I wasn't just some friend where we occasionally get lunch. Like, no, we was doing shit with each other. I brought her around me for music videos, photo shoots. Like, come on, sis. And during that time, like I said, my graduation was a whole fashion show, and I asked her to be a model. Because I'm like, okay, I've been doing photo shoots. Now you're doing photo shoots. Now you're a model. Okay, so be my model for, my fashion show. So I sent her like a long paragraph or whatever. And I think she sent something back. It was so long ago, I don't even really remember. But I think she sent something back and was like, basically saying, girl, I'm not gonna make no Twitter to vote. And I blocked her. No. I don't remember. I be blocking people, y'all. I don't remember. But either I stopped talking to her, right? And this was so close to my graduation. This was at least like a week away. I think like 2 weeks away from my graduation. So I'm like, shit. Now that I stopped talking to her, we're not really friends right now. I gotta find somebody else to be my model because she was supposed to be my model. So my graduation comes and I'm like, okay, we had a little rah-rah. We had a little like argument or whatever. But I didn't physically like say or type, I don't want to be your friend anymore. We just had a little argument and stopped talking. I'm thinking she's going to show up to my graduation because that's the type of person I am. Okay, we had a little argument. It wasn't that big of a deal. I didn't want to make a Twitter to vote for you or whatever. Clearly, I'm not a good friend. Ugh. Thank you, Bella. But it's your graduation, so I'm definitely gonna show up. That's what I would have thought she was thinking, because child, I went to her graduation and her mom didn't even know the correct address to her graduation, and we wouldn't have shown up. Me, her cousin, and her mom wouldn't have showed up to her graduation if it wasn't for me telling the mom, oh, no, you have the wrong address. This is where the graduation is supposed to be. So we get to my graduation and she does not show up. She was friends with me the whole time I was in that fashion design program. She knew all the hardships, all the struggles, the personal stuff I was going through that whole time I was in that program. We've been friends for over like 2.5 years. I showed up to your graduation, made sure me, the cousin, and your mama went to the correct graduation so we could watch you walk down the thing to get your diploma. And now when it comes to me, just because we have a little argument over Twitter, because you didn't want to vote for me so I can get my song played on the radio, you don't show up to my graduation? Oh, no. And you know what the crazy part is? Leading up to my graduation, I was promoting it. Like, hey, we're finna have a fashion show if you want to see my pieces. When I tell you, I was promoting my fashion, my music. I was promoting it because, they wanted us to promote it too. We wanted enough people to come to the fashion show because it's something different. Who would have ever thought a graduation and your graduation is a fashion show? Like, of course, like I got my, diploma and everything, but after that there was the graduation. So it was like very hurtful that she never showed up to my graduation. Like, you're my best friend, you would have showed up, period. So after that I blocked her. Oh yeah, what I meant to say was she was watching my post promoting my graduation. So it's not like she forgot. She knew exactly when my graduation was because she was supposed to be a model in the fashion show, and she was watching my stories when I was promoting it weeks before. So the fact that you purposely didn't show up, that lets me know you were never really a true friend. So that's what happened, and I blocked her and I never spoke to her ever again. I'm very stubborn too. Like, if I felt like you did me wrong, show your blocks and I'm never speaking to you again. Like, if I befriend you, it has to take a lot. Like, because I don't really trust people. So that was the story time of how me and my friends stopped being friends over something dumb because she didn't want to make a Twitter to post my song at the time. It sucks. And you know what's so crazy? It's like you can be friends with someone for years. You guys can be there for each other for years. And it can be like the smallest thing that ends your friendship. And it's like, damn, were we even really that close of friends? Like, did you even really care for me like that if it was so easy to stop being friends over something dumb? Um, so yeah. I wouldn't have known if she would have ever reached out because I blocked her and everything. So I wouldn't have known. I think, and then I do stalk people's pages like years later just to see what they be up to. And she got twins. I think she was engaged and she got twins. She has twins. And I didn't really think of reaching out to her when she was pregnant with twins. Because again, I'm the type of person like, if we not friends and we no longer talk, then that's just what it is. Like, yes, for a reason and a season. Definitely. And I'm starting to learn that more and more when like people come into my life for a certain amount of time and then they're gone and you never, ever see them or speak to them again. So that's pretty much what happened. And it was so crazy. I was just talking about her with my other friend. Because I was like, I was just catching up with one of my best friends. I was like, you remember so-and-so? She was like, yeah. I was like, oh, we not friends. I was like, you remember so-and-so? She was like, yeah. I was like, we're not friends. But the thing is, I don't really fall out with my friends. Like, I'm a very, very, very good friend. And I'm a Leo, so we're very, very, very loyal. I'm really loyal, so I really don't fall out with my friends. Like, I'm not confrontational. Like, I don't like arguing. I don't like fighting. I don't have attitudes at all. You know, a lot of girls have attitudes or whatever. I really don't have an attitude. What am I having an attitude about? Now, the only way I'll have an attitude is something really, 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 really irritating happens. Then I'm gonna have an attitude. But I don't get attitudes with my friends. I don't act weird. I don't do none of that. I'm a really good friend. So it's just crazy to me how like I was losing all those friends. But yeah, that's literally how we stopped being friends. That was a little story time. I don't think it was a good enough story time to actually make a YouTube video. So I was like, let me just tell you guys on my live. I wish I could make more friends though. But I just don't be trusting people. To be quite honest, I really don't trust people. I think people are so weird. But it's like, girl, how are you going to find new friends if you don't put yourself out there? Like, not everyone is weird, but it's just the annoying part of finding someone who is genuine, but you have to go through at least 10 different weird people to find, and then the 11th person you find is like a cool, genuine person. Like, who wants to go through that? That's also the same thing like with dating. You gotta, what did my mom say? You gotta kiss a lot of frogs to find your prince. Child, I ain't trying to kiss a lot of frogs. The frick? I am not trying to kiss a lot of frogs to find my prince. I'll kiss maybe 2 frogs and find my prince, but that's just how life is. Like, and like people be talking about soulmates, twin flames. I feel like I thought I found my twin flame. There's this guy that I was kind of dating. He was the same sign as me. We like the same things, literally. Like, we had a beauty mark on our face. Like, we literally liked all of the same things. Like, it was scary. And we were the same sign. He was a Leo like me. He was a weirdo though. I don't even want to say a story time on how we stopped talking, but this was during the pandemic too. He was a weirdo, so we never really even like went on dates and stuff because nothing was open. But I thought he was my twin flame. It was like, oh my gosh, we're the same sign. We like all of the same things. Like every little thing I like, he likes. But that nigga was not my twin flame. And then I had someone thinking we were soul ties. I'm like, no, we're not soul ties. You just don't know how to let me go. Nigga, we is not soul ties. You don't know how to let me go, and you need to leave me alone. I recently feel like I'm in my soulmate. But I'm like, damn, was that my soulmate? Because we weren't even together for that long. But it's like, that still could have been my soulmate. Chill, I don't know. I think sometimes I can be a overthinker. And I didn't realize that until I started talking to someone. And like, I be overthinking. Like, I overthink about, it's not even dumb stuff. I overthink about stuff that people don't think about. Like, I'm not the type to overthink about, like, oh my gosh, does he like me? And what if he doesn't? And he didn't text me back. And what does this mean? Does he have a secret girlfriend? Like, I don't overthink like that. It's the same with dating. Everybody at least a little weird. You just gotta find someone who type of weird you're good with. I know, but it's like, you gotta literally like meet at least, I think 10 people, I was exaggerating, but you gotta meet at least 5 people. And then 1 out of the 5 people you've met is not weird. And I'm just at a point where I'm like, I'm tired of meeting 1, 2. Hold on. What the fuck? Hold on, I gotta check what's going on. I'm nosy, you guys. I was hearing some stuff. Wait. I'm too short. I gotta get my stool. I'm not playing. I'm too short. I can't even look through the people. Hang on, my thing right here. I need to see what's going on. Because, baby, what the fuck is that? Okay. Oh. I'm nosy as fuck. Child, people are out Friday night, honey. The people are outside. It was just my neighbors. I literally just moved here not that long ago, so I just be nosy and shit. It's just my neighbors. But yeah, like I was saying, child, I don't want to have to deal with a whole bunch of people to find that one, but that's just life. Like, there's no way of getting around it. You're gonna have to meet multiple people, friendships and dating, that you just, you know, they're not the one. Sometimes, you know, right off the bat, oh yeah, no, we're not compatible. Or sometimes you have to date them a little bit. Then you realize that sometimes you even gotta lay down with them. What the fuck is that? And realize it, but me, we would never even get to that point. But yeah, the last person I was with, I really thought that was my soulmate, you guys. I really did. Your girl's single. I was going to say it on my YouTube video. I got a lot of new content coming out. I'm just trying to put all of my old content out first so that I can get all my old content, all my old life out so I can start my new content in my new life. I just subscribed. You're so beautiful in the picture. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for subscribing. But yeah, yo, I really thought he was the one, but I mean, one thing I'll never do is, hold on, y'all. I'll never ever beg someone to be with me. I will never beg you. You don't want to be with me? Okay. I'm not about to beg you. Because you have a choice. You have a choice to be with me, and you don't. And if you choose not to be with me, you won't have to stand on business. I hate when people don't stand on business. Don't say, oh, I don't want to be with you. It's not going to work out. And then weeks later, you come back. Because now I'm going to have to stand on business for you. I'm going to have to stand on business for you. And I love to stand on business for other people. It just depends. And I hate when people be like, oh, well, time will tell. Maybe later on in life. I don't got time. I need to know, are you my person or not? Or later on down the life. Where the fuck is my husband? Because I'm not for the streets. I do not want to be outside. The only time I'm outside is when it makes sense to be outside. If I'm getting money. Or if it's beneficial. If it's not, baby, I will not be outside. I'll be inside with my TV, my comfy bed, my food. And that's just that on that. And that's just that on that. I'm done talking about relationships and shit. I'm done talking about stuff. Child's gonna make me some ice cream. Yes, I said make me some ice cream. She wants to be inside. Looking through the people. It's because I just moved here and girl, now I'm gonna look through the people too. I'm gonna look through the people one more time. Because I be nosy. You're not that nosy, neighbor? Because I definitely am. I just want to know who's living with, like, who's living by me. Like, who are my neighbors? Like, who are my neighbors? I want to know who my neighbors are. Because just in case something happens, I know what people look like and who be around me, child. Because I told you I don't be trusting people. But the neighbor next to me, he's actually really nice. When I was moving in here, exactly. When I was moving in here, he offered to help me and my dad bring my TV up. And my dad had the nerve to tell him no. He was like, no, we're okay. I'm looking at him like, no, I would like for him to help you put that TV up in my place. Why are you making me do it? I'm trying to be in my soft girl era. I'm trying to be soft, feminine. I don't want to be masculine anymore. My last boyfriend, I was very, very, very soft. And I would like to stay that way. I don't want no one bringing no masculine energy out of me. Because Because if you say no now, what if he sees me by myself trying to lift something up? He's not going to want to ask because the first time he asked, we said no. But I think he knows that my parents are just helping me move in. I don't think with my mind. Are you Sigma? No. I don't even know what that is. Are you Sigma? You acting like me. I've just been trying to get my crib together. When you know you don't want me. My hair looks a mess, but when I do my hair and I wet it and it's curly, it looks so beautiful. I feel like I got a little tan. I wanted to get a little darker. What kind of ice cream you got? So I'm kind of on a diet, sort of. I want to be on like more of like a vegan, plant-based diet, but I still eat meat maybe once a week. So I have one meal where I eat meat, but the rest of the week I eat just fruits and vegetables. So tonight I should have went live, but I was so embarrassed. So the thing about like vegan meals or trying to become vegan or whatever the case may be, you have to like experiment with vegetables and make stuff taste like meat. So I don't know if you guys heard of the viral squash spaghetti. I made it before, but I made it with the white sauce. Okay, so I made spaghetti vegan a few ways. So the first time I made it, I had like chickpea noodles and I substituted like ground beef for pecans, walnuts, and mushrooms. And I blended that up. I sauteed that, made my, spaghetti sauce. And I ate it that way. It was cool. It wasn't that bad. It was really good with ranch. I like eating my spaghetti with ranch. So the second time I made spaghetti, it's not really spaghetti, it was like Alfredo pasta or whatever. I did squash instead of like the chickpea noodles. I did the squash, but I did put meat in it because I was making it for my ex. So I put like meat. I had tomatoes, spinach, and I had this white cream sauce, and I had beef and stuff. It was really, really good. So I'm like, okay, this time I'm gonna do spaghetti. I'm gonna do the squash, and I'm gonna do the, pecan, walnut meat, mushroom meat and stuff. So I'm like, okay, I don't really like the pecan and walnut mushroom substitute the meat. So I'm like, yes, ranch. You need to try it. Okay, because you know what it tastes like? It tastes like pizza with ranch. That's exactly what it tastes like. So I was like, okay, this time I'm gonna make my vegan spaghetti. I'm gonna do the substitute. Oh my gosh. You guys, I need to do my nails. They look so jacked up. I'm gonna do the substitute with the meat and everything, but this time I'm gonna put beef. What is it called? Let me see what it's called. I forgot what it's called, child. I'm trying to explain to y'all what the heck it is, and I forgot what it's called. Okay, so I used beef bouillon. I'll show you guys. People use this for like stew and stuff. Sometimes I use this. I have the beef and the chicken one. They're that big because I got it from Costco, and I like getting stuff in bulk because I don't want to leave my house right now. So I use that on the mushrooms and walnut stuff to substitute it for the meat. And I don't like how my hair is poking out like this, chaff. So next live I'm gonna come on here looking real good. So I have put that in the little walnut pecan stuff to make it taste more like beef. And when I tried it, it was good. Like, it kind of tastes like beef. I'm like, okay, I'm onto something. Why, when I'm sauteing like the bell peppers, the onions and everything, then I put the walnut meat, it starts to get like dark. And I knew it was because of the chicken bouillon. So I'm like, oh my gosh. So I'm like, okay, whatever, it's not that bad. I poured the tomato sauce in. Now I'm making the spaghetti sauce. Why does it turn dark brown? I would show you guys, but I threw it out. Why does the whole spaghetti sauce turn dark brown? And I was so confused at first. I'm like, okay, maybe it's the iron pan I got, because it still had like rust on it, and I've been washing it. I have like 3. I've been washing it every day. So like, maybe it's the rust and stuff. No, girl, it's because you use the chicken bouillon and shit. It done fucked up the whole spaghetti sauce. Yes, okay, so I did taste it. So I'm like, fuck. So I tried a little bit of it, and it tastes really good. It still tastes good. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm finna just eat it because I'm hungry, and I've been cooking for the last hour and a half. So I'm gonna eat it. So I put it together, and it was really good. It was really good, but the color was throwing me off so bad. I just threw it away. So I still have the other side of the squash, and I think tomorrow I'm gonna make the white sauce. I'm gonna make the white sauce and probably put some like tomatoes, and I should have bought some spinach. So it was good, but the color was throwing me off too bad. I know what I'm gonna do next time. I'm not going to, I realize I don't like walnut. I don't like walnut substituting meat. I just don't. What I'm gonna do next time is I'm just going to boil some mushrooms with chicken bouillon in it, because mushrooms absorb like water. So if the water is like, you know, beef water and stuff, it'll taste like it. My dad used to do that all the time. He used to boil mushrooms with chicken bouillon, and they would taste like beef. So that's what I'm gonna do, and that's what I'm gonna do next time. I was a little bummed because I bought all them fucking groceries and I wasted them. Like, child, I don't got time to be wasting groceries. What the fuck? So that was very disappointing, but now I know what to do. And that's the thing, like, if you're vegan or you're trying to go vegan, like being creative as far as meals. But back to the ice cream, girl, I didn't forget. Back to the ice cream. So since I'm on like a little diet or whatever, I don't want to buy real ice cream. I'm not lactose intolerant, but I feel like I am. My mom is. So dairy really be fucking up my stomach. So I wanted to make my own ice cream without dairy. So, which is probably still dairy. So I'd be going on TikTok. Looking at like recipes and stuff. And, you know, I'm starting to work out and stuff. So I have these protein shakes or whatever, which is Fairlife chocolate high protein milkshakes. I also have a Ninja Creamy, I'll show you guys real quick, maker. And pretty much what you do is you make your ice cream. So I'm about to pour this in here. I'm about to put cocoa powder. I'm about to put probably like some like chocolate chips in there. And I'm gonna freeze it, and I'm gonna put it in the little Ninja Creamy maker, and I'm gonna make my ice cream that way. I should do like a little TikTok or whatever and post it on my YouTube. It looks so good. Literally, the videos I was seeing on TikTok, it looks so good. I was like, I have to try it. I'm the type of person, if I see it, I'm gonna try and make it. So that's pretty much that's what I make. I also have another protein shake that's like vanilla, like a regular vanilla. So that's pretty much what I'm gonna do tomorrow. And I'm also making tacos. Someone was supposed to take me out on a date to get tacos, but I don't know if I'm gonna go because I really don't even like people like that. Child, when I tell you about like 5 different people asked me out on a date, and no one really took me out on a date yet, that's what I'm like, I'm just over, man. I just need to focus on myself and God, because these men are a fucking waste of time. Like, how do I get asked on a date for 5 different people, and I ain't go on a date yet? Who's to say I would even really go on a date? Because I don't know if I want to go out on any dates. Walnut can be kind of bitter. Have you ever tried the meat subs? Impossible? Yeah, but Impossible's not really that good for you. Impossible has a whole bunch of shit in their meat that's really not good for you. That's what I kind of want to do, just vegetables. Why do I keep on seeing black dots? Yeah, I'd be paranoid. I'd be paranoid sometimes. All right, y'all. Well, I'm about to head up on out of here. I will come live. Next time I go live, I'm going to be looking bomb. But I'm going to talk to you guys later.